This afternoon we're going to start the Chicken Tikka Masala from the spice drawer. First things first, we need to get the chicken marinating. It's got to marinate for a few hours, but look, preferably overnight because it infuses the flavour of the mix. There's two mixes here, the tikka, the masala. The tikka is the marinating mixture. The ingredients we're using for the marinade, or the tikka mix, is this packet of tikka. We've got a cup of yogurt, we've got chicken thighs cut into strips, juice of half a lemon, some ginger, 2 cloves of garlic, some salt and some chilli. Now we just need to mix it all up, chop up the ginger and garlic and mix it together and marinate overnight. Now we're ready to mix all of these beautiful ingredients together to make our marinade. We've got our cup of yogurt, natural yogurt, our packet of tikka mix. Now essentially, you've probably heard of chicken tikka if you've been to an Indian restaurant. This is essentially what it is. It's sort of like tandoori chicken. You can grill it and just serve it with salad without actually making it with the masala, which is the curry part. We'll add in the chicken. Mix it all together. Ginger and garlic. A teaspoon of chili powder or to your taste. This is quite hot, so that should be enough. Some salt, teaspoon of salt. I'll mix all that through and then I'll add the squeeze of lemon juice. Okay, that's all come together nicely. Make sure you get all the mix in and the dry mix is incorporated in with the yogurt. Squeeze of lemon juice. Mix that through. Then we're ready to cover and refrigerate overnight. Now we've marinated our chicken overnight in this beautiful yogurt and tikka spice mix. Next we're getting on to making the curry. In the masala we need a cup of cream, 2 onions, 6 garlics, ginger, tomatoes, sugar, chilli and lemon juice, and of course the masala mix in the spice drawer, tikka masala mix. Okay, now we're going to start the base of the curry. This is the masala part, so we'll pop a heavy based pan on medium to high heat to get it going. Cover the bottom of the pan with olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. I've chopped up my onion, garlic and grated my ginger, and that just goes into the bottom of the pan where we need to fry it off for about 10 minutes. Give it a stir every now and again to make sure it doesn't stick because we don't want it browned. The onions and garlic and ginger have been frying off now for about 10 minutes. Now it's time to add the masala mix, which is the flavouring for the curry sauce. Fry that off for a couple of minutes until fragrant. That's starting to smell delicious. Now we start building the sauce. We've got a can of crushed tomatoes, a can of water, some salt to taste. It's about a teaspoon you'll probably need, but just add less and you can always add more. It's very hard to take it out once it's in there. About a teaspoon of sugar. I'm just using raw sugar. And a pinch of chilli. Again, as much as you want, use fresh chilli, de-seed them if you like. It's all a matter of preference. Give it a good stir. Make sure you get all that delicious stuff that's just stuck to the bottom of the pan into the sauce. That's extra flavour. Now that needs to cook off for about 10 to 15 minutes. That gives me just enough time to have a quick glass of wine. That's been simmering away on low heat for about 12-15 minutes. It's thickening up nicely. Now we'll add the cream and the sauce. The sauce is nearly done. This needs to cook in for about another 10 minutes. Just very low. We don't want it reducing too much because this is essentially the curry in which we add the cooked chicken to. Once you've got your sauce simmering away with the cream, it's time to get the chicken going. I'm using a non-stick fry pan because I find it the easiest. It doesn't stick, the marinade doesn't stick, it's easy to clean and it's a lot less messy. You could use a normal fry pan, do it on the barbecue outside, do it under the grill, whichever way is easiest for you. Okay, my fry pan's nice and hot. Now it's time to add the beautiful strips of marinated chicken. If you are using a conventional fry pan, you may want to put a little bit of oil in the bottom, but the non-stick doesn't need it, and it seems to brown up a little bit nicer without the oil. Okay, we've added the chicken. Now we just need that to seal off on the bottom. It needs to be over high heat because what we're looking for is a sealing of the bottom of the chicken and it to turn a little bit charred, so it looks a bit like tandoori chicken. Once we've started frying off all the chicken, this mixture here, there's still a lot of flavour in that. That can just be added to the curry, just to maximise the flavour. But obviously make sure, you know, that's had raw chicken, so it needs to be cooked, so it's good to give it a good 10 minutes with that in there. Now they've been frying off, it's taken about 15 minutes. You may want to do it in 2 batches if it's easier for you or you haven't got a big fry pan. What you're looking for is this nice charred brown look. Now you could eat this just simply with a salad or, you know, a bit of rice or just like you would tandoori chicken. Before we go to the next step and add the chicken to the curry, we just test it. I think there's enough salt. May need a touch more chili. That's just for me because I like it hot. But everything else is pretty good. Then we're ready to add the chicken to the curry. So just pour it in, and then that needs to cook for about 10 minutes just so it all comes together and is mixing all those beautiful flavours. Okay, the chicken's all incorporated now and we're just going to let that bubble away. We've just finished cooking the spice straw tikka masala mix. All the recipes are on the back. All we need to do now is finish off with a squeeze of lime, just to bring a little bit of life into the dish. A few seeds, doesn't hurt anybody. And a sprinkle of coriander. How beautiful is that? Serve with some boiled rice and bon appetit.